Hi everyone, Az here from HeelvsBabyface in a sweltering UK. No secondary light today because it's just too hot. It's too hot for lights, it really is. But I'm going to two birds and one stone and all that with today's video. First of all, let's touch on this because it's going to come back in the main part of the video with GTA. A few days ago, the British Parliament determined that FIFA Ultimate Packs and loot boxes are not gambling in the UK. Why? Because there is no official way, and this is very important, there is no official way to monetize it. However, there is a thriving secondary marketplace for all of this. And EA are fully aware of this. We know because EA have stressed that they're in the US working with the FBI and such to try and stop this. Try and get people to, why take a cut when they could get a cut sort of thing. Why buy something outright when, EA can sell you FIFA Ultimate Packs and loot boxes for a gambling, I'm going to say the word, chance of getting it. So that is why they've determined that. However, they do stress, the UK Parliament does stress that they are on an ongoing battle against this secondary marketplace. Do EA care? Well, only care in as much as it takes away some of their potential profits. But they don't care in as much as who the audience is. This game is targeted at 3+, 3-year-olds and above. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And without knowing what is in the loot boxes, without knowing what is in the FIFA Ultimate Packs, all we do know is there is a less than 1% chance of getting the top stars. How less? Even EA won't tell us that, which says everything that you need to know about the chances of pulling something spectacular out. And it's really sad to see, particularly when you appreciate that franchises like Madden, EA, NBA, all of this shite, it is just that. They are annual franchises and therefore their ultimate teams and all this kind of stuff renew every time they bring another game out. I saw some people on TwitTwat the other day getting hype for Madden 20. And it was just like, yeah. The cycle begins. I'm going to get so excited for a game that is barely changed at all. A few menu tweaks here and there. Maybe they've added a little something. Maybe it was something that was in a few years ago that they took out. They just do with all this kind of crap now. Can't wait for Madden Ultimate Team and all that shite. And I want to pose something. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should do something. Which takes us to this. Grand Theft Auto's Diamond Casino lets cash be turned into chips. Now, this first paragraph I'm going to read. BBC, giggity, linked in the description box down below. This is one of the scariest things that I've read when it comes to gaming. This isn't gaming, this is gambling. Grand Theft Auto 5 has opened an in-game casino where real money can be spent on gambling chips, but they cannot be converted back into cash. This circumvents the gambling loophole. If these chips could be converted back to cash, then, as per the parliamentary committee, this would be an official way to monetize and therefore would be perceived as gambling. But because you cannot convert it back into cash, you can only exchange your chips for, in-game items, weaponry, cars, whatever it may be, then it bypasses that. So what does that mean? Well, there's a saying when it comes to casinos and gambling and such, the house always wins. This is now an absolute no risk no risk whatsoever situation for Rockstar. They sell the chips for real money, and they don't have to pay out jack, regardless of whether people win and accrue many more chips or lose. It's irrelevant. They are never going to be out of pocket. They are just going to be banking it. And let's just be completely frank here. GTA is not a game that is in any shape, way or form hurting for cash. The single player was really well received. When did it come out? 2013? I think? 6 years ago? And then since they released the GTA Online, it's been a license to print money. And they wanted exactly that same business model to filter into Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead Redemption 2 Online went down like a lead balloon. Why? Well, I mean, I tried it out myself. As soon as you logged on, it was very clear what this was all about. This wasn't about you having fun in an online world with other cowboys, yee-haw, good old boys, and all that kind of stuff. This was just an add-on, a bolt-on to milk you of money. And so, in actual fact, it pushed me away from the whole game. And I haven't returned to to Red Dead Redemption 2 since to finish off the story. Because that in itself just completely put me off. The whole shebang. Now, some people are happy about this. Some GTA players are happy about this. Some aren't. And although GTA is an 18 rated game, you know, an R rated game, or whatever it is in other countries, let's just be perfectly honest here. This is a franchise which attracts a big teenage audience, whether you stick an 18 on it or not. Why? Because the perception of video game ratings versus the perception of... Oh, I bought myself a Blu-ray. Boom. I thought I'd get myself a proper strong woman. As regards to what's on an actual film... then they're not taken seriously. Why aren't they taken seriously? Because the game industry itself doesn't take it seriously, because it's self-regulated, etc. And therefore, parents don't quite appreciate that when it says it's an 18, it really is an 18. And the teenage audience that's built up around GTA is undeniable. Absolutely undeniable. Now, does that mean there should be any fault with Rockstar as regards to this? Well, let's just be... perfectly frank again, they know who their audience is, okay? Although officially they have deniability, they know who their audience truly is, and they cater and they pander to that. That's why you have this crazy online world in GTA. But some people are not happy. Other people are really not happy that they've actually gone down this route. And and I'm in full agreement, because this is such a... well, I was going to say this is such a slippery slope, but the fact of the matter is they have jumped down the hill, down the slope, and they're now at the bottom thinking, what can we do next? That's how past a slippery slope this is. They're now waiting for the next thing. When you put something like this in, you are attuning people. Here's an MMORPG terminology. You are attuning people to acceptability of gambling, because this is now gambling. Whether you're using chips is irrelevant. Whether it's real money or not real money is irrelevant. You are physically now gambling away. Now, if you could just earn the credits in game, come to the casino and do that, fine, fair enough, because there is no monetary loss for you in getting these chips. But when you are selling them for real money, then you are really advocating these people to get into your gambling establishment and gamble. Things like the casino in Final Fantasy XIV are done nicely. Well, Golden Saucer, what can you do? There are fun mini games in there. Do you have to part with any real cash money for it? No. You play little scratch card games as well, where the cost of the you'll always get above the cost of the card, regardless of whether you pick up the lowest score or the highest score. You'll pick up a card for 10 MGP, and I think the lowest you can get back is 36. So you're always in profit. But you're not ever at any circumstance forking out real money. You've got Chocobo racing. You've got your pet battle thing going on. You've got your little mini games, your platforming games, your sleuth games, your stealth games. You've got all these little things which are in the casino, but in actual fact, it's just a bunch of fun mini games for you to do. It's not. You've got Mahjong now. You know, things that are fun, which aren't trying to convert you into a gambler, aren't trying to push gambling culture onto you. And this is exactly what we've got here. Nothing but the desire to push gambling culture. And where does it go next? Where does it go next? Now, it does state that in countries where gambling in video games is illegal, you cannot access the tables, etc. So what does that do? That gives a clear signal to people that, oh, I'm sorry, you can't participate in content because of the gambling nature of it. Regardless of whether it's an outright casino or something else which is perceived as gambling by your country or not. And with these companies just being absolutely greed-laden right now, they will push and push and push and push every kind of gambling or on the fringe system they possibly can, and they will ride it to the nth degree until the day it does come all tumbling down. If it ever does. If it ever does. And that's the sad reality. I find this just disgusting, to be perfectly honest with you. And, you know, I'm no prude. Yes, I've had my problems with gambling in the past, and I don't gamble at all anymore. But just the very fact that you can buy chips with real money, and then it's literally go out and truly gamble, but you'll never win. Not in this casino. You'll never win. You'll always, if you're buying chips, always be out of pocket. Regardless of how many matches, spins, 21s you hit. You'll always be out of pocket. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and chips. Got chips on the brain. And Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description box down below. And I'll be mashed potatoes with some more stuff. Veg very soon. You take care. Sausages.